All right, guys, let's walk through the process of making a pizza and then baking it on the baking stone. In order to show you this, we're going to use the ROCKSHEAT Professional Baking Stone. First thing you're going to do is get your dough out, and then we're going to flour it very well on both sides. This is very important for sliding the pizza off. A lot of beginners, they always have a hard time getting the dough off of the peel into the oven, and it all starts here with properly flouring the dough. So you can see I'm working the dough out with my fingertips. I'm not going like this, I'm pressing like that, right? So we're just gonna press it out gently, and then we're just gonna toss it sort of in a circular motion here. We can even give it a little mini toss, right? And we're gonna lay that out. Now I like to assemble my pizzas on the bench or on the table first, right? And I like to put my sauce here. By the way, a pizza sauce shouldn't require a ton of ingredients. This is a pinch of salt, a little drizzle of olive oil, and just ground up tomatoes. Then we'll go in, we're just gonna do a classic cheese here. This is just mozzarella cheese, hand grated. You don't want the bag stuff. The bag stuff has anti-caking agents, and it won't melt correctly if you get the pre-shredded bag stuff. So here we go, we have our cheese sort of spread on there. And then we're gonna take our peel, and we're gonna just slide it right underneath. I'll stretch it out the rest of the way. This baking stone goes up to 13-inch round pizza. This is gonna be a 12-inch pie. We're gonna turn it around. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this all the way in the back and land it on and sort of just shake it off onto the baking stone. 2 minutes into the bake, and you can see that intense heat of the stone has created some nice bubbles around the crust. If you don't like bubbles, make sure you just press the air out of it. After the pizza is baked about halfway, we're going to just pick it out and spin it 180 degrees just so we know it's cooking evenly. All right, you can see we're just about done there. Some nice charring. Cheese is really sizzling. All right, guys, here we go. Here is the pizza fresh out of the oven. Take a look at that bottom, crispy, crunchy. The manufacturer says to give this a thorough rinse with clean water before you use it on both sides. Okay, and then let it dry fully. Do not put a wet stone in the oven. Now that we're rinsed and air dried, the next thing I like to do is to burn off any impurities or things that might have happened in the manufacturing process by putting the oven on max temp, in my case 550 degrees Fahrenheit, and just preheating for an hour. Placement of the stone within the oven is sometimes up for debate. Most ovens, the heating element is in the bottom, and so you want to put it on the bottom shelf so that it can get maximum temperature here, so you get that crispy bottom. And we're going to do it that way as well. However, with some convection ovens, if you prefer to cook with convection, you may want to choose the middle shelf. I like to have it here on the bottom shelf. Get it nice and hot. Let me show you why it's so important to preheat this thoroughly. The oven has reached 550 degrees, but let's measure the temperature of stone. 381. If we were to put a pizza on here right now, it would be white as a ghost and very soggy on the bottom. So it's important to do a full preheat for up to an hour. All right, we have our hour in. As you can see, we're in the 545 range. Time to bake. So that's it. The test was a success, and as you can see, you can make professional pizzeria quality pizzas in your home oven using a baking stone.